Let's see. What do we want the poll to be today? Um, do 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 do. Hey guys, give me just 1 second. Typing up a poll. Um, let's see. You're gonna have to suffer looking at my big stupid face for a minute. Um, all right. Hey, Sergeant Grass, Matthew, how you guys doing? What's going on, guys? I cracked a beverage before I put it in my koozie. I was super excited, and they don't go back. They don't go in the koozies very well once they're open. All right. That had to be you, Grass. I knew you'd do it. Oh man. I hope you guys got a good weekend planned. Know what I'm going to be doing this weekend? This. This is going to be my weekend. Okay, so where we left off, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, I need to get this pile of sawdust cleaned up because I have kicked it 3 times now. And I should probably move that empty case over here. I have kicked this thing 3 times and swept it up 3 times. Well, 4 times, I guess, technically. What's up, Misty? How you doing? Thanks for coming. Is Bay? How you doing? Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. We're going to start working here in just a few minutes. You guys hang out. Get to chat with us for a bit. Where is my dustpan? Here it is. I'm just going to clean up this sawdust that I keep kicking on the floor. Ooh. So much black walnut. I don't think I'm going to get it all in here. May have to pull the bag out. Ah, got shit in my eye. Like I said, I hope everyone's got a good weekend going, or at least planned. Oh, I got a couple of fun things planned. Well, what I think is fun. Look at that. It's all in there. I'll have to pull that out and set the bag over here so that I can finish filling it up. But for now, it's fucking good. Can I be a mod, please? It would be really nice because I'm in the hospital. Absolutely not. But I hope you get better. Double A, how you doing, buddy? The Pigwood crew. I want to cut curtain bangs. I don't know what a curtain bang is. Got a full house. Hey, Bluck, how you doing, bud? Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. All right, let's see if we can't get you guys. I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Half liquored up and rods prepped. You'll have an okay weekend? Hell yeah. That's the way to go, Grass. That's the way to go. We will have to run tape on all of these, but for now, let's start getting stuff set up. Let's see, which side did I go on? That side? Oh, I went with the arrow, so that side. Okay, so if we leave this block short, we should get a really close idea of how much we need to take off. I need to grab my yellow pen so I can mark the black walnut. We're going to mark it, mark it right there. I want to leave half of that yellow. Picking up 12 pounds of morals? Oh, how'd you get 12 pounds of them? Let me start looking around. Damn. I feel like I'm missing out. Well, I figured you're buying them. I didn't figure you knew someplace where there was 12 pounds of them laying on the ground and you were like, I'll wait to pick those till tomorrow. Out of curiosity, in your area, what's 12 pounds of morels go? Morels? I know they grow in PA, but I don't know what's a good mushroom, what's going to make me see different smells, and what's going to make me see God. So, $50 to $60 a pound. You're paying $50. Oh, nice. You get a good amount in a pound, I'm assuming. Because mushrooms aren't that. You hear colors. If you were Marine, I'd say you probably taste a few colors. You'd probably tell me which one tastes the best. But you were Army, if I recall, or our Army. C sounds. Army. That's what I thought. I forgot the weekend thing. About a gallon is a pound? Oh, damn. That's a good amount of mushroom. Unless they're really good, and then the gallon Ziploc doesn't last very long. You retire this year? Hell yeah, congrats, man. Congrats. That's super awesome. Did you put in the full, what is it for military retirement? 20 years? 25 years? Can't remember offhand. Will you get to retire from Army? Like, from the military this year? 20 years of hell, BS, and fun. Yep. That sounds about right. Hey, Robert, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. It's not going too bad. It's not going too bad. It's Friday, and all the bills are paid. There's still money in the bank account. I got great wood to work with. Giggity. And we got you folks, so doing pretty good. Fridge is full. I mean, can't really complain. Well, that fridge is full. The fridge in the house gets to fill up tomorrow or Sunday, and then the bank account will probably be empty. But for now, we're gonna call it a win for now. Oh man, I really cranked these things down, didn't I? Good Lord. The important fridge is full. Yes. Yes. I get my calories from that fridge. It'll be fine. The bar is still well stocked. It's taken much less hits since I've been doing the streaming every day thing. Wow, that is really convenient. The amount that I need to take off of that side, the other side that's not cut yet, seems to be just a little less than the width of the blade. So, well, that's pretty convenient. Picking up a dozen eggs and a loaf of bread, yeah, that'll kill the bank account real quick. We used to have a couple of chickens, and then half of them got old, quit laying, so they became soup. And then there was only like 2 left. After that, gonna get some more, and something got into the pen. Now there's none left. But I'm thinking I'm gonna build a pen here, where at least I can be here to maintain them, instead of, 8 miles away from them. Alright, I think that'll be a good place to start. We'll see where that lines us up. Ooh, we got 11 votes. Let's check these votes first here. Let's see. What are we doing? 10's fine. No need to start early. It smells funny in here. Couple for 8 a.m. Early bird gets the worm. I think I know who the smells funny in here was. Got to put that. You got to put a silly thing in there. What did the egg say to the boiling water? Not sure if I can get hard. You already told that one, Grass. Come on. You already told us that one. I mean, it's still funny. Don't get me wrong. It's great. I like it. I think you told us that one beginning of the week? I'm not picking my nose. My nose issues. Right here. Don't judge me. All right. What do you say? You have the memory of a goldfish. I know. Me too. But I remember that. I'm full of useless information. So, what's up, Wayne? How you doing, buddy? You know what? I want to finish this that I started so I can put one in the koozie. It's almost finished. So we're going to cut the other side here, the really shallow side. That's going to be the front. We're going to try to get that dialed in so we get a nice fit in one of our test pieces here. And then I'll grab one of the actual pieces and see if that fits really well. And then we can use this piece to set our router depth for each side. If we need to, well, I guess it really wouldn't matter. We'll have to use the cherry and the maple to set the router depth. But because then we need to route a tongue on the top of each one of these, which will be really simple. You want to make it as wide as that opening there, so that it fits in nice and snug. And then we want to do the same on the top of these, which I really should have done before I adjusted it, but that's fine. We already have the adjustment here. We can set it back up. It'll be easier, less trial and error. And then all that'll be left is the cutting to length and doing the tongue on the other sides of these. And then we can do a dry fit, see how they're going to look all put together, and then we'll take these out and do a heart, a half a heart cutout on each one. And now that won't all be tonight, obviously, but hopefully we can at least get these fit so we can get that stuff done. That's the idea anyway. All right. Ow! Crushed my can and stabbed my finger. Once I get this done, because we seem to be ahead of schedule, once I get this done, hopefully we still got a couple of days, I'm going to set up the website, and then you guys can buy, stuff like this, shirts if you want, all that kind of stuff. But for now, if you want anything, you got to shoot me an email. YouTube still doesn't let me post like a store, so that'll be later on, whenever it happens. First can in, or can in before opening. Yeah, you gotta put the can in. Those koozies, they're super tight. All right, I am going to run the test pass on this and see where we're at. I think we will be really close. Vacuum is on. We're plugged in under here. But we should be golden. Let's move you guys over here, shall we? Love Snuggy Koozie? Or Snug Koozie? Yeah, I know you do. I think we all like a Snug Koozie. Giggity. All right. I'm going to make some noise. We're going to run one pass and see where we're at. All right, guys? Yeah, that leaves a much cleaner cut that way. Much cleaner. Going shallower. I mean, obviously that makes sense, but let's see how that fits in this little groove here. And we need to bump it in just a little bit. Don't quite fit. I backed it out a little bit because I didn't want to overdo it. I want to sneak up on it. But so we're gonna bump it in. Pull that key so we don't accidentally turn this on. Put one of our blades out. Try it there. Scrape this off. I got tape residue on this side of the fence from last night. I think that will get us super close. So, we're gonna make another pass. Cleveland, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for popping in. I greatly appreciate that. What about you, Cleveland? You got some fun stuff planned this weekend? You guys got beautiful weather down there, right? Be getting out on that water, using up some of them BBCs you got. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna make a pass real quick, guys. So, be headphone users beware. Let's see how that sits. Oh. Look at it. That is a beautiful, snug fit. Friction fit right there. That's what we want. Now, let's see how it fits in the 1/4 inch deep groove. Let's grab our actual piece. Let's see, arrow in is the slightly bigger side. Oh, yeah. Oh. Woo! Almost dropped it. Look at that. Beautiful. And, uh-oh. Trying to slide it, wasn't pulling it out. Let's get this lined up. We'll see. So that is how much extra room we have in there. And you know what? I don't know if I want to try to raise it up a little bit, but I think we're just going to say that's probably going to be good. Because these will be sitting tight to this. You'll have glue on this edge. You'll have glue on the uprights here. They'll be pinched into the cherry on top and bottom. And they'll be pressed into another one sitting against this. I think it'll be good. But that is a beautiful fit. Woo! It just snaps together. Sounds great. Have to attend an event at the lake tomorrow. Definitely will have rods in the truck. Hell yeah. Turkey season opens in the morning. Oh. Oh, ho, ho. Man, look at that. That is going to be a gorgeous deal. Okay, Alan, here's what I need you to do if you're still in here. I need you to decide if you want shiny, like really shiny, or if you want to stick with something that looks kind of like this, like a sort of matte finish. That's going to decide which finish I use. Okay. So you let me know if you want to stick with more like wood kind of sheen, right? Not crazy, not super shiny, but kind of a matte finish. Or if you want to be able to see yourself in it. Like a nice high gloss kind of deal. This will be the reveal that we have on the front. You can see it's just a nudge. Sorry about my dirty hands, guys. I've been working on diesels all day today, so that diesel oil is it's gonna stick with me forever. But I got the important bits cleaned. I'm not gonna be rubbing any wood on the back of my fingers. Giggity. So goddamn pretty. It's just so beautiful. Matthew, you going to the casino this weekend? You gonna go put them out of business? Alright. We're going to slap a piece of tape down on all of these, just in case. Why not? You know what? I think we could probably use this thinner tape. I don't need that really thick stuff. Oh, did my chat freeze? Nope. You guys just ignored me. That's fine. It's fine. That's fine. So we're just putting a piece of tape on the face that we're going to cut. So that way we don't, we try to avoid any little chip out. I don't think we're going to have any, but because it's such a shallow cut, but better safe than sorry, right? We don't want to mess things up at this point when we're getting things super close. Because if we mess up one of these panels, we have to redo 6 of them. Because the grain match will be messed up, and we don't want that. Absolutely do not want that. Or do we? Because if we mess it up, I can get highly figured maple, black walnut. If I get super curly black walnut, that real beautiful figure, I don't know, maybe we want it to mess up. Who knows? Who knows? I do kind of wish I would have gotten highly figured black walnut instead of the straight green, because it would have highlighted it so much. There's still a chance that we're going to do that. Once we dry fit it, I may not like how it looks, and I may go, you know what? I bet this would look 100 times better with some super curly maple or super curly black walnut. I'm going to redo it all. How would I suggest mounting a boat seat? 3/4 inch plywood on top of an aluminum bench seat. Can't get under the seat at all. Goes to the floor. Ooh. My old boat had seats like that, and people mounted pedestals onto it. And before I bought it, the pedestals were really solid. I think what they did was they just used something like a short lag bolt, so that they had thread in the aluminum of the aluminum portion of the seat, but I'm not 100%. That might be something more towards either Crappy Man or maybe Cleveland, one of those guys, one of the big fisherman guys. I don't really know that I can give you a proper answer. I'm sorry, bud. And I never looked at that seat to see how they did it. I was just happy it didn't fall off. What do you guys think? Anybody got an idea? Well, I'm doing some taping here. We've got to tape 12 pieces. I mean, minus 4, but because this is number 4 that we've done now. I just want to press it down and make sure we got a good bond to them fibers. Okay, there is one side. Let's do the other 6. Now, obviously, I'll have to fill, things like that are not going to get cut out. So don't panic. It will get filled. We're not going to leave these inclusions out open. But it is Friday. Man, I should start a chicken farm. An egg farm. Not a chicken farm, an egg farm. I feel like I'd make a killing right now. Not in my area. In my area, eggs are actually rather normally priced. I don't know why some places have ridiculously priced eggs. Now, if I go and I look at like organic free range nonsense, yeah, those are ridiculously priced. But or what is it? Organic free range vegetarian eggs, like vegetarian fed chickens or some nonsense. Like I don't know, they're super fancy. They're like $17 a dozen. I ain't no fucking way. There's no way. Yeah, right. Everyone, toggle bolts would work. So if you're using those toggle bolts, right, where you gotta like fold the wings up. You just have to drill a hole big enough to put that through, and then bolt them down. They once they go through, they open up, and then they cinch up like a drywall thing. In fact, those might even work. I don't know. Chickens are omnivores. Yeah, I know it. But, there's buzzwords to get people to buy your stuff. If you throw things like vegan and vaccine free, I don't know, fucking applesauce raised or some shit. Some people will go nuts over that. They don't actually know what any of it means, but they'll be like, oh, it's got to be healthy for you. The label says so. It's got to be better. And then they'll get into some argument with somebody. Like fucking vegans do. I'll make sure they tell everyone that they got these fancy eggs. I don't know. I don't know anybody who wants to spend $17 on a dozen eggs. I just imagine those people are pretentious. I could be wrong. But if you're spending that much on eggs, man, chickens are a lot cheaper. Even counting all the feed and nonsense. $60 chickens, huh? All right, there we go. 60 chickens. So you're rolling in it then, right? Selling them. What the hell did that one guy say? He called them sea seeds. There was a guy on a YouTuber that I follow. He's like a Virginia senator or congressman. Nick Fritas, maybe? He does hilarious shorts. They're hilarious. And he did one a while back about egg prices. And he talked to you like it was a drug deal, right? Fucking the whole thing was hilarious. He does really, really funny videos. He does some really serious ones too, but yeah, feed definitely does add up quick, but I think for the prices that some people say they're paying, I don't know because I don't pay those prices, but for the prices that some people are saying they're paying, I don't know. I think it'd be cheaper to just go get a couple of chickens. 17 dozen waiting for delivery right now, so you are rolling in it. 17 dozen. You got an armored truck coming? Oh, goodness. You got grass over there right now trying to figure out where you live. He needs the hookup. 4 for unwashed, 5 if you want washed. I don't see the point in washing them. If they're unwashed, you keep that, whatever that coating is on them, and then they can sit on your counter. They don't have to go in the fridge. They last a lot longer. I mean, eggs don't generally last very long in my house because I'll pound out some eggs, let me tell you. But, like, especially when I'm being lazy and I'm hungry. So, I'll be like, I got these eggs in the fridge. I can fry up a half dozen eggs right now, and I'll be solid. And they're super quick. We're going to make an omelet of all the colors but white ones. Somebody told me, now I don't know if it's true, right? But someone told me at one time that the white ones, just the normal white chicken eggs, are the least vitamin and I guess the least good for you. The brown ones they have more of something in them, either some vitamin or some mineral or something. And the what is it? Are they the blue ones? The blue ones have the most of something. I don't know if that's true. I've never bothered to look it up. An egg's an egg. I'll eat anything. I don't care. But I don't know if there's any truth to that. I just thought about that when you told me about the white ones. All right, Wayne. Have fun, buddy. Color is the outside of the shell only. Yeah, that's what I figured. An egg's an egg. Nutritional. There you go. Thanks, Bucci. Thanks. Hey. Aren't you driving? Later, Wayne. Tell Turner I'll see him here in a bit. Oh, shit, it's after 7 o'clock. Fuck. All right. we're going to run these through the jointer. Or, I'm sorry, not the jointer. The router. We're going to get this side knocked out on all of them. And then, you know, we're gonna dry fit them all into our maple to make sure we don't have any issues later on. So let's get this knocked out real quick. We'll put you guys kind of back here so you can absolutely not see anything. Mind your business. All right, fine, Bucci. Fine. Tell Steph I said hi. All right, I'm gonna run these through the router. I'm gonna make some noise, guys. So hang on here for a few minutes. Let's pull the shirt sleeve out. I don't want to get that caught in the router. Had a piece of tape stuck in there. I wanted to get that out. All right, back to good. Hi, Steph. What kind of epoxy would I use to fill a small crack in some walnut? Um, are you looking to make it clear or colored? Who is those Star Bond? They make a really good quality kind of super glue, CA glue. Same thing. They also make some like crack fillers. Now, if it's a large crack, I generally go through something like Total Boat. Total Boat is just regular epoxy if it's like a big crack, and you can tint that. But if it's just a small thing, I would go with crack fillers. I would go with CA glue, like Starbond's darker stuff. Quarter-inch. Yeah, that's probably more in the range of. I mean, you could do it with CA, but it would take a lot of time. I would go with probably something like Total Boat, so you could and just tint it. I think they may actually have some smaller, like kind of crack filling setups. Also, check Starbond's website. I do believe they have what amounts to an epoxy. I might be mistaken. Now, I'm sure there's a ton of other people out there, but Starbond and Total Boat are two that I've used before quite a bit. So, what's up, Upstate? How you doing, buddy? We are doing some routing here, and we're going to pull all this tape off and see how they fit in those curly maple pieces. Now, they Starbond and Total Boat are a little on the pricier side, but I think that they are of better quality. It's not just like because all woodworkers on YouTube use those. It's stuff that I've actually used. So, but I do think Starbond created a small gap filler. But I might be wrong. Usually use Starbond for small fills. Yeah. I've started using this stuff I can get locally. If I want a clear fill, I've used this stuff that I can get locally at my Lowe's. Just this stuff. Comes in a little kit. Just called, I guess it's called Instant Bond. I don't know. But this makes a nice clear. And I can get it locally. I don't have to order it. So that's a big bonus. Now, if I want to use something tinted, I go with Starbond. Like for this, when I fill these, the imperfections that, like this here, if that doesn't get cut off, I'll fill that with tinted Starbond. But that CA glue and accelerator, it's like, I want to say it's like $15 at my local Lowe's. Which is super handy. I like finding things that I can get locally, so that way, because I'm really bad at keeping up with consumables, and I hate every time I run out of something mid-project, then I have to order it, because I only order this stuff. I don't have anybody local to get it from. So I've I've started playing with different sandpapers that I can get locally, and they're 3M. They're not bad. I don't mind them at all. Um, and and that Star Bond or Tight Bond or whatever the hell that glue was. So that's super convenient when I can get it local. Now, I definitely prefer, the stuff that I might order in. Like, I've started using that Serious Grit sandpaper. I really like it. I get it from Amazon. No affiliation, no links, none of that. But I get their purple stuff. It looks like... Well, here, I'll show you what it looks like. Like this, I'll get boxes of, it's a variety pack, so you get 50 of these in a box, and it goes from 80 grit to 220, which 220 is usually where I stop things. And when I put my vacuum on the sander, it pulls really well. And this stuff lasts. It's really good. I really like it. I was looking for an alternative to Cubitron because a lot of times it goes out of stock when I need it, and I've never had these guys be out of stock. I've only ordered from them a couple of times, so in all fairness, I don't know. And somebody asked me if you can wet sand with it one day. Yes, if you put it in water, it does not dissolve. And it doesn't tear really easy. Like, you can fold it in half and it doesn't, like, get that crack down the middle. Not right away, anyway. Like, I'm sure if you did it excessively, it would. But like, some sandpapers, you'll fold it over and it'll like, split and start peeling apart. I know, Grass. I know. I'm sorry. Steph, how was your flight? Steph almost got stuck in Rhode Island. They delayed her flight. So, her company she works for got her an earlier flight. Bumpy. Some of the Diablo SandNet stuff yesterday. Oh, yeah? How's that Diablo stuff work out? Is it good, or do you not know yet? Like, what's your first impression of it? It lasts pretty good? All right. Does it last like, what's its price point? I haven't paid attention lately. What's its price point, like, compared to Cubitron? Is it comparable in price, a little cheaper? More? I mean, it could always be more. Because the Diablo name's a pretty good name, so... What we're going to do is I'm going to unhook this so I can lay out the walnut and black and maple. 60 pieces was $30. Okay. Yeah. That's not bad. That's pretty comparable. It seems probably a little cheaper per piece than Cubitron. I know my little box of 50 from Serious Grit was like $35. So... not overall, not terrible. It seems to be kind of where they price point. You can wash it off to clean it, dry to use again. Huh. Interesting. Is it what's the grit made out of? Does it say on the box? Is the purple stuff that I get from Serious Grit, that's ceramic, like Cubitron is. Alright, so we're going to move some stuff around here. We're going to break this down. We're not going to change any of the settings, just in case. But we're gonna unclamp it from the table here, and then sweep the table off. That way we can test fit all of the maple pieces. Ceramic, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I've got this stuff, this gator stuff, as my I'm desperate kind of backups. I mean, and it's cheap. It's really cheap, but it's not ceramic, and it is absolute junk. Like, to go from a good sandpaper to this, I have to change out these papers a lot. Like, it's a noticeable difference. When I first started, I would use stuff like this all the time, and I didn't know any different. It was just sandpaper is sandpaper. But then I started getting into, like Cubitrons and now the Serious Grit and things like that. And man, it's a night and day difference. It really is. You wouldn't think that sandpaper matters, but it really does matter. This is the stuff that when I need to get sandpaper locally, I can pick this up from the store. Right? It's 3M, and it's still ceramic. And they don't have a whole big selection, but they do have this little variety pack. Like, it's 80 grit, 150, and 220, or 120 and 220. There's only 15 of them in there, and it's like $12 for that. So it's almost $1 a sheet. So definitely not ideal. But in an emergency situation, you're out of paper and you got a project to do, I can go locally and I can get some decent sandpaper and, Yeah, sandpaper definitely does matter. I would have, if somebody would have told me that the type of sandpaper you use makes a big difference, like not on the quality of the sanding so much, but on the amount of time and the amount of paper you go through, because the sandpaper will wear down, right? And then it takes even longer to do the same thing you're doing, and so you're either changing paper out frequently or you're just taking longer. That's what I was doing. I was just taking longer. I figured, 80 grit is 80 grit. I had no idea it wears out. Didn't even think about it. When the stuff started peeling off the paper, I'd go, well, I guess it's time for a new piece, and off I go. But if somebody would have told me way back then that it matters what sandpaper you use, it will drastically change your experience. I definitely wouldn't have believed them. I would have thought they were full of it, but it sure does make a difference. Now, I don't think like $35 ish, and I get that Serious Grit off Amazon, so they deliver right to my door usually the next day, which is super convenient. I don't think $35 for a 50 pack is that bad, because I'll pay about that for a 50 pack of Cubitron also, unless I get it from a different supplier. When they have it in stock, I can get it for a little bit cheaper. But like ordering on Amazon, even Cubitron on Amazon, Cubitron 2. It seems to be comparable in price. It's usually like 50 sheets for $35 or something. I'm sure you could probably find it for cheaper somewhere, but I never really put a ton of time into trying to find it. So Alright, there's a tape ball. Throw that in there. Let's get the vacuum unplugged here. Now this, so one thing that I really like about this router table is it has this thing here, right? The power switch. On the back side of it, there's 2 plugs. So I plug my shop vac into it, and when I turn it on, I get the router and the shop vac. So I think when I retire this, I'm gonna take this off because it's just screwed on. But I'm gonna take this off and probably repurpose it for a different product. You like that it's blue? I assume you're talking about the table here, the router table. Oh, so guys, the other day I was telling you guys about that I use this stuff that I get from Sam's Club, right? And I don't remember how much it cost because it was a long time ago. 40 inches by 300 feet. Excuse me. You can get it from Amazon. The same stuff. You can get it in 40 inches, 52 inches, stuff like that. But it's not a long roll like this. It's a smaller box, and they fold it up. So it's when you unfold it, it's 52 inches. And you just pull it out to whatever length you need, and it's got a little cutter built into the boxes. It's dirt cheap. I mean, Chris, I think it was like less than $20, and you can get 300 feet, 400 feet. I think I seen some that were 52 inches by 500 feet. I think they were around the $30 mark. And, I mean, you can get pretty colors. So, there's always that. You can get super awesome teal, like that. I mean, just saying, you guys see me with teal drop cloth stuff. You know. I won't post any links because I don't do the affiliate. I have an affiliate account, but I don't do all that stuff. But if you just look up, like, go to Amazon and type in plastic table cover roll, I think it is, or yeah, plastic table cover roll, you'll get tons of it. So hopefully that helped you guys out some. If whoever was, I can't remember if people were interested in it or not, but it's what I use for drop cloths when I think about it. Now I keep it out so I remember that I have it. Usually it gets stuck in like a corner or something and I forget about it. And then I do things like this. Doing. Just sweep this on the floor. Hell with it. All right, let's see what the poll says. We got 23 votes. You mean we're stopping? I don't know. 4%. I'm assuming that's like 1 vote, maybe 2 voted for that. 35% says it smells funny in here. Wow. Oh. I mean, I just got done working all day. I had to rush home and get live for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Let's get these all test fit and make sure they're all going to work. We don't run into any surprises when we're doing our dry fits. Because let's be honest, we're probably done running power tools tonight. Okay. This is panel 6. Oh. Light. Water. And actually, so the thing is, masking tape does add a little thickness. So when I put the masking tape on, I actually adjusted the thickness of my little tongue that I was routing. I pushed the wood further away from the fence by the thickness of that tape, which actually made for a finely adjusted joint. Like, that is gorgeous. That is a perfect fit. Hey, Alan, smells funny. Yeah. But, man, that's going to be great. We're going to put a little line there so that we can create like a little bit of a shadow. And then on the front here, we're going to put we're going to take the maple edge where we have that little lip, and we're going to just barely break that edge so we don't have any sharp edges. But that, I mean, to be honest, with that fitment, I really wouldn't need glue. But not on the center panels. I mean, these would still have to be glued in end to end. But yeah, that's a tight fit. All right, I like it. So that one fits there. Let's see if this one fits. Wait. Okay, I gotta make sure that I'm putting them in the right order. There we go. That one also fits. That is a really tight joint, but it'll be okay. That'll fit in good. Now I gotta, and then if I work it a little bit, so maple is harder than black walnut, so you can compress black walnut, not a lot, but you can. You won't compress the maple quite so much, but I'd just take a piece of sandpaper to the corner, or to the one flat here. A tight tongue group, a man's dream. Dan has Brussels sprouts. So, all right, so I need to see if number 4 fits here. Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, so that will fit 5 and 4. Number 3 will go here. That one is also a very tight fit. Just a little bit of work in it, and we can make that a little looser. But oh, there we go. Let's see. We'll put this one on the other side. There we go. That is also, I'm not going to hammer it in, but that's also a really good fit. Right? I'm not going to drive it all the way in because it's tight. Like sandpaper adjustment. Okay? Don't go crazy. And then we've got number 1, which got turned around. All right, that'll go that way. That's a good fit. That's perfect. Nice. Actually, I think number 1 is backwards. There we go. That's better. Maybe a little rough on the wood. Yeah. Sometimes. Sometimes. Alright, so this stack has been test fit together. So we're going to leave that stack over here, separate. If I can do it without dumping it all over the place. Alright, now we'll check the other side. Now these still, obviously, every bit of this still needs sanding. We haven't done any sanding yet. She lost it and it was in her purse? Of course it was. Okay. 5, 6, 4, 3. One and 2. All right. Okay, so we need one of these to go on here. That's a beautiful fit. Or just test fitting this to make sure, again, to make sure we don't have any surprises. Like a few of those I'm going to have to do some sand work too. And that's fine, but I want to know now before I'm trying to assemble and then go, shit, we got to fix this. You did find your lip gloss? I mean, that's a good fit. And we'll take number 3 for the other side. That one is going to have to get some sand work. That is a very tight fit, but it does fit. Oh, I need to turn that around anyway. So I have to remember that my arrow is pointing to where that wider piece is going to go. So that wider bit has to go towards that arrow. Yeah, that's going to need a little bit of sand work, but it does sort of fit. Okay. You found your lip gloss? Nice. That was a nice fit. Let's see if this one will fit on the other side. Oh, that's going to be tight. Oh, there we go. It's really tight down on this end, so. I don't want to drive it together, but that gives an idea of how it's going to look. I remembered my audience. Also squirrel. Okay, that arrow has to go in. That is also a snug fit. I don't want to drive it in because they get to a spot there. We got like a little bit of a gap. And it's not because we bottomed out. We haven't bottomed out in there. It's just it got tighter. And I don't want to force them together. I want them deep. Slide. So, we do have a little bit of sand work to do on the edges. In fact, probably what we'll do is we'll sand the groove, not the tongue. I'll take a little piece, wrap some sandpaper around it. Like I said, 2 points for me. So I think that is great. Now tomorrow, yeah, we're not doing it tonight. Sorry, 8 o'clock's coming up. Tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll route the tongue on this to match the cherry, and we will route the tongue on these to match the cherry. Now the tongue on these have to be offset because if if we made them the same as we're going to make these, our panels would lock in here and they wouldn't lock in here, right? So like this side would go together, but the top wouldn't. So the black walnut has to be a little offset to match because we have the panels pushed back. So I think that has been a successful little bit. Oh, man. All right, I'll put that up there. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. Sorry guys, I don't know if you can see me or no, you definitely can't see me. I'm just over here putting these panels or these pieces back. Alright. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to hang out for a few minutes. We're going to shoot the breeze. I'm going to have a drink. I've already got one open. It needs to be empty. And we're having a good time. And then I have to make a couple rounds, and then I get to settle in with Turner, and for the evening. And I swear, if he ends his live at fucking 9 o'clock, I'm gonna be furious. Hey, Saving Grace, thank you. I appreciate that. So, for anybody who popped in recently and doesn't know where we're at, these are the uprights and the feet for the cradle assembly, the like holder where it swings. These are the cherry rails, the curly cherry. They will go up here, okay, and on the bottom, right, with top and bottom. These are the curly maple styles. They will go between the cherry rails, and then these are the black walnut panels, which will go in between the maple, like there'll be maple, black walnut, maple. Okay. So I don't know where you are. My guess would be somewhere near Lake City. If you just crossed into PA. Yeah, the it's going to look like that. And then each one of these is going to get a heart cut out, like a half a heart cut out, and then the next one will have the other half, so they will match up, and it'll be super cool. Super cool. And we are rapidly approaching assembly. No, I just know things. That's what I do. I drink and I know things. Not very many things, but some things. Thanks, Saving Grace. I appreciate that. Last night, I think it was, or night before, we did a test layout of what the side will look like, just laying the pieces down. And that was the first time that any of us had seen what the side will look like. And and it looks amazing. Alan, you have to answer me, bud. Do you want a high gloss finish, or do you want kind of a matte finish? That's going to determine what finish I use. Like if you want matte, kind of like how it looks now, where it's sort of shiny in the right light, but it's really just kind of flat. That's cool, but if you want it like super shiny, that'll change my finishing process. Neither one of them is that bad. Neither one of them is hard to do or anything. I just need to know it. Yes. Shiny or not? I'm not gonna give you like the full spectrum of gloss options that I can do, but shiny or not. I personally would be leaning towards a more matte finish. And I think it's easier to maintain that, like repair it over time. Friends with a lot of them, so you have an idea what they're doing. I mean, you really don't want to know what they're doing, do you? A shine? Okay, I can do that. A nice brilliant shine. I can give it a good shine. Grass, you gonna take that level of attitude from the Stex? The Beth? Never matte finish, the wife said. Okay. Alright. I will give you a glossy finish. Hey, Runic, we're actually just winding down tonight. We did get all of this side taken care of, and we tested them all into the maple pieces they'll go in. Not these ones. These ones are obviously the sample pieces, but they're back there on the pile, right there. Found out that some of them need a little bit of sanding, and wife said matte finish. So you want a matte finish now? Okay, if it's a matte finish I can send you along a container. If it's a polished finish, I can tell you how to repair it if it gets scratches and stuff. But a matte finish, I can send you along a small container that you can use to touch up. Because what I'll end up using is just what amounts to a hard wax. I make my own now, so actually I gotta order more stuff. I just started making my own, and I really like it. But it takes a long time to cure, like a week. But it's a decent finish, and it feels good. It feels good. Hi, Janelle. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, guys. So this is what we did. we got the grooves cut on the maples. Of course, I pick one that's got a really tight fit. But so we test fit every panel to the piece of maple it's going to be going to. And that way we knew, like, I knew there wasn't going to be any surprises. Like, some of them have a slightly tighter fit than others, and need a little bit of sand work, but all right, so here's the deal. You're going to have some time, all right? We're not at the finish yet. But if we do the matte finish, it's going to look like this. Try to get it to reflect light here. It'll look a lot like this. I mean, I'm going to do stuff so you get the curl shines, but that would be about the sheen of the matte. Kind of like a dull semi-gloss, maybe. But you have time to decide. You have time to decide. We're not there yet. And I have to make more finish. I've used it all. Because when I made it, I decided that I was going to make a really small batch, and then I was going to run a bunch of experiments, and I really like it. I do. The recipe I got from hell is his name? He's an old guy. He's on YouTube. He's old, white hair, kind of curly, I think. Wood something. Wood Smith, maybe. He did a video on the differences of hard wax oils, and then at the end he made his own oil. And I've watched that video several times, and then on his website, the recipes, he has 2 different recipes, but the recipe for his hard wax oil is right there on his website. So now it'll be ready. I just have to make some more. That's it. There, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. We'll end this poll. We'll start a new one. Gloss. Oh, let's see. Finish for the bassinet. Gloss. Matte. There we go. We'll do that. And maybe I'll run that poll for a few days. And, like, maybe that'll be tomorrow's poll question, too. Now, if you want gloss, I can definitely do gloss. That's not a problem. And I can still do it chew safe. So, I just polish it. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. If I'm going to polish it, I want to do it before I assemble everything. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to have to deal with the little edges and stuff. Which, we're not there yet. We've still got probably a week until we get to... Hey, Mark, how you doing? We got probably a week until we get to that. So, if the overall project takes, I'm thinking we'll probably be looking at around a 3-week completion time. Depending on the finish. From the start. So we're coming up on week 1. We're dangerously close. Tomorrow, I can't start the live at 8 a.m. I forgot. I got to make a trip to the lumber store. And they don't open until 9. So go with what chat picks. I don't know. They're really pushing that gloss. Although only 6 people voted. Oh, everybody else left. Never mind. I got to make a trip to the lumber store first thing in the morning. So that'll be at 9 a.m. first thing. I'll be up for hours before that. But 9 a.m. they open. So I'll run up there. I want to grab a couple more of these. Hopefully they have them. If not, I'll just grab a big one of those tongue and groove black walnut boards. Because that's going to be the bottom. And then I want to pick up some more curly cherry and some more maple. Curly or not. No, but you like both. You guys have seen some of my on my Facebook page, or those of you that have seen my bar top. My bar top would be a super shine. That's a super gloss. But on my Facebook page, the cherry and maple chest that I made for Steph, that would be more of the gloss that I've been going for this. Because the bar top is made out it's polyurethane. Polyurethane, and I don't want kids. That's just plastic. Kids don't want to chew on plastic. My signs were decent matte. Yeah, pretty close. Now we're gonna do stuff to the wood so that the grain, that curl stands out a little bit. Johnny Black tonight. Nice. I am sipping Genesee. It's just beer. Glenmorangie? Never had that one. Cheers. Once I go inside, I'll break out the whiskey. I think all I have out here is brandy and I don't know what else I have out here. Brandy and Maker's Mark 46. Cask strength. Don't fuck around with my Maker's Mark. Go for the full strength stuff. In fact, I don't think I even opened that Maker's Mark yet. Nope, I did. I had a little glass out of it. Maker's Mark cask strength. It's good stuff. That's my secret shop whiskey. And then the Christian Brothers Very Smooth Brandy. That's my shop brandy. Not while I'm working on power tools. Not while I'm using power tools. Power tools is just beer. 10-year-old single malt? Nice. Is everyone having a beer? Want some apple pie moonshine? Oh. I need to get a hold of Granny. I need to get down there and get some of her apple pie. Is our apple pie moonshine up here? It's either apple pie in name only and just awful tasting, or it is sickeningly sweet and more of like a dessert kind of thing. Yeah, brandy fancy pants. Well, I like to have a nice glass of brandy once in a while. I'm not just a whiskey and beer guy. I drink vodka, I drink mixed drinks. I usually lean more towards the whiskey sours, the old fashions. Sometimes I'll do the basic cranberry and vodka. 17-year-old malt. Ooh. Kind of makes my mouth water just thinking about it. The new fashioned. That's right. I had a new fashioned for a birthday dinner. We went to a restaurant and they had this new fashioned. And it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. But I like brandy. I don't usually mix brandy with anything. I just sip it. Um, Scotch, love Scotch. A good Scotch. Absolutely just a sipper. I don't mix it, just on the rocks. That's about it. I don't really. The other stuff I get, like tequila and all that other stuff, they're usually for mixing. Hey Brian, how you doing, bud? Thanks for popping in, man. We're just winding down, just kind of hanging out, chilling at the right now. Haven't had much booze since the state legalized the devil's lettuce. I mean, that's fine. Cheap scotch with Dr. Pepper? I'll have to give it a try. I think I've got a bottle of cheap scotch in there. Somebody gave it to me for Christmas or birthday or something. Maybe it was as a gift. Maybe it was as a gift for something I made for them. Like a tip. Because, I mean, let's be honest. Everyone knows what the fridge is for when you walk into a shop. I mean, you know what's going to be in there. And anybody who's been in my house can see the bottles everywhere. I gave you the tip. Mmm. Nice, Brian. Nice. Nice. Can't wait to check it out, man. I got into a rabbit hole on your videos the other day. Maybe it wasn't the videos. It might have just been shorts. I was watching a lot of farm work. Your like Vine work. No, I did watch a video. I watched one. It was really long. It was like a harvest video. I think I don't know when it was, but it just popped up, and I was like, all right, well, this is what I'm watching now. And then I fell asleep. It was late. No offense. Johnny Walker Green Label as the cheap to mix with Dr. Pepper. Excuse me. Can't have carbs anymore. Oh man, are there carbs in beer? There's no nutrition label on it. Oh, now I can't put it back in there. I did watch one of your cornhole videos, the trainer board. That was a really cool idea. If anybody doesn't know, Brian, go ahead and comment in my community post. The most recent one is so people can just go and visit each channel. I'm trying to get people to comment on it. Everybody sees it and likes it. Nobody comments, except for Janelle. She did. Runic should do it too. Just saying. So he did. Oh, green. Oh, wow. Yeah, Green Label's not cheap. All right. I've never had Green Label. I'll give it a try. I don't listen to you. I know you don't listen to me. My community post. I put up a post just for people to go in and comment and go through the comments, maybe follow some other channels and get to check out other makers. But I'd really like you guys to go and chat on that, or at least go post a comment, share a little bit about yourself, like what you do, so that people can come and check you out. Because I think there's like 400 subscribers here now. Like that's a lot of subscribers, right? For me, I mean that's amazing. So I know there's a lot of craftsmen out there, some workers in some fashion. So I think it'd be a nice place, and it's better than posting links in a vertical chat or vertical stream. Yeah, Wednesday night. I got a lot of followers just for being in your chat the other night. That was cool. But anyway, so Vineyard Brian, he made these cornhole boards. They were called cornhole trainers. So a cornhole board is what, 2 feet wide by 4 feet long. Well, his trainer board is really narrow. It looks like it's about a foot wide. Might be mistaken. It still has the 6-inch hole, or what looked like a 6-inch hole, but it's a trainer. So if you can keep it on that board, then you can keep it on a 2 foot wide board. And I really like that idea. That's super cool. I never thought about that. Giggity. I knew it. We're craftsmen of shenanigans. Yeah. It's 1 foot wide? Okay. I didn't watch the build video. I seen it on a short. I'm going to have to watch the build video. And I hope you don't mind, but I'm definitely going to rip that one off. Because, I'm not going to sell them, but I want to build myself one. I never even thought about that, and it's kind of embarrassing. Like, that's a super simple idea to make yourself better at cornhole. Like, that's awesome. Shenanigans Crafting. That is a great channel name. That is a really great channel name. Damn. I have to go pop up another channel real quick. Grass is already on it. Everyone needs a cornhole set. I had a set back here. It's in the house now. My very first cornhole set that I ever made. It's very rough, and it's great for me because I just throw it in my backyard. If it rains on it, I don't really care. I sealed it all up. But all right, Alan. Thanks for popping in, man, and hanging out. I really appreciate it. We'll be winding down here and just calling her a day here in a little bit. Really? I have never seen one before. I have no idea. Yeah, I know it, Grass. I'm sorry. I need to think before I speak sometimes. I mean, it does make a lot of sense. Like, if you're trying to get better at playing cornhole, it makes sense to use a smaller board. Yeah, Bex and Steph, you'll definitely get some subscribers from being in here. Not sure if that channel would be allowed on YouTube. Yeah, they might get censored real quick. Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to make a set. Because the people, like, I don't play cornhole very well. Or, I don't play it very often, and I don't play very well. But, the people that I'll play with on occasion, it's all they do. They eat, sleep, drink, cornhole playing. Like, they're nuts. Yeah, I mean, chat defaulting to all messages would be awesome. It's kind of annoying. I'll be 20 minutes into a live stream before I realize I'm not looking at all the chats. It's usually because somebody's replying to somebody else that I can't see. And I'd be like, the fuck? And then I'll be like, oh, look at that. I missed half the conversation. Awesome. But, yeah, so Vineyard, y'all know Runic, right? Everybody knows Runic. He just did some leather work in live. He does the painting. Everybody knows that. I've showed his stuff on here a bunch. I still want that damn lawnmower. He does the forging thing. We've showed some of his knives. I still want the copper knife. And what is it? Oh, you have a wood shop. Is that it? I can't remember. And then Janelle does painting, pebble art and stuff. Super relaxing channel. Um, Vineyard, he does. Well, I don't really know what Vineyard does, to be honest. He does. I mean, he's kind of got like a wide variety on there. He's got a lot of his farm videos. He's got a vineyard. I'm guessing it's your vineyard, which makes sense for the name. Um, you do some woodworking and stuff, but I'll be honest, and I'm sorry, but I haven't gone through the channel yet to kind of get a feel for what you do. But on Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern, what 9 Central, he does. He does like a live stream, like a panel. That says different people come up and chat. It's super fun. I was in it last Wednesday, not on the panel, but I was in the chat. By the time his stream popped up, I was already in my boxers, chilling. Nobody wants to see that. Gonna wing it the whole way. Awesome. You don't have any of the Bex characters on your... Oh, that guy. Oh, hi. I have no idea who your name or what your name is. I imagine you're from Russia. So, hello. How you doing? From America. Yeah, I'm super excited to see that stained glass painting. That's going to be awesome. When you say no prep, do you mean you're not going to like pre-tape anything, like plan it out? You're just going to wing it on the tape offs and stuff? We've got in my house, I have a piece of stained glass. I've talked about it a few times. I don't want to move it more often than I have to, because it's a one-off and I can't replace it. And it's for the grandfather clock project. But I'll have to see if I can't take a picture of it for you guys. I'm not going to post the picture of the glass on my forum or my page, but I'll take a picture and put it on my computer and show you guys. You guys will see the stained glass when we're doing the grandfather clock build. You'll see it towards the end, because it's not going to get. I refuse to let it get damaged. Nice, Runic. Nice. Yeah, just kind of winging it, seeing what happens. I feel like that's... What do they call that? There's a word for that. With the stained glass, when you're just kind of throwing pieces in. There's a word for that. I can't remember it. There's a lady on YouTube that I watch on occasion. She doesn't do very many videos, but she mostly does stained glass repair, and then occasionally she'll like video herself doing a panel. But she said there's a word for that when you're just kind of putting pieces together. I don't know. I don't think it was improv. There was like a style. You're randomly cutting pieces and going, well, we're gonna put this in here and make it fit. There's no pattern. It's just kind of whatever fits. Anyway, whatever the word is, I can't remember, but maybe it is improv. I don't know. But she did a couple of them that way that I've seen, and just stunning. There's no like picture in it, like a church window will have like a scene or something. It was just, she had a couple different colors that she had. Maybe it was mosaic. she had like a couple of colors or types of glass, you know, different patterns and stuff. And those were all she used, and she just kind of randomly threw it up. Different shapes and stuff. It was super cool. Super cool. Maybe abstract? I don't know. Oh man, that's gonna bug me. And I'll never find her channel. I'll never find it. I'm subscribed to too many people, and she posts so infrequently that I'll never be able to find it. Ah, it's gonna drive me nuts. She's only got like 50 videos posted. It's not very much. She doesn't. She's an older lady. Excuse me, an older lady, really thin. Fuck's sake, I can't even. I don't know. Anyway, there was a name for it, I guess. Welcome back, Matthew. We'll be ending here in about 7 minutes. 6 minutes. Sophie stained glass. No, I don't think it's her. Although I do think I follow her. Is she an older, thinner lady who she posts very rarely? I think she was on This Old House once, to be honest. That might have been where I found her. I think I found her Facebook page and then followed her down through there. All right, Janelle, I'm going to type in old thin lady that does stained glass on YouTube. That's going to be a terrible Google. I'll have to do that in incognito mode. I was watching a video earlier today on my drive home. No, it was on lunch break. It was Simon Whistler, one of his channels. With safe filters on, yeah, 100%. But one of his channels, like Today I Found Out or something like that, and he did a video at some point. It popped up on my feed. I don't know if it was new or old, about some casino violent combustion event. That the thing couldn't be disarmed. Like the FBI couldn't do it. And I was sitting in the bank drive-thru listening to this, and I was like, this is probably something really bad to be listening to. Like, I am sure I'm on 83 different lists right now. Probably should pause that. It was a really interesting little video. But hey, Urgel, how you doing? We just did the black walnut trimming on this for the side panels. We got the groove made, or the tongue made, on the side that's going to meet with the maple. And then we ran out of time, so now we're just kind of chilling, shooting the breeze for another like 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're all going to go our separate ways. Yeah, it was an unrequested decommission. It was like I can't even remember where it was. It was a casino that a guy played at all the time, and he ended up losing a ton of money there. And So him and a couple of his cousins or something concocted this idea where they would make an undiffusible violent combustible item. And it's been popping up in your recommendations. But they included this note that was super detailed. Fuck's calling me at 8:30 at night. I am super old. 8:30, my phone's ringing. No, piss off. Water balloon. All right, that works. Yeah, Grass, but I'm sure they watched every single one of those videos. Like, this guy. Yeah, no calls after 8. For crying out. Somebody better be dying for me to pick up my phone after 8. If it's not an emergency, and you're not already in my contact list, that's probably not happening. It drives me nuts when my mom calls me at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Could have stopped at no calls. Yeah, that works too. Like, I mean, there's some times where, there's an emergency and somebody's got to call. But that's a hilarious name. Also, I like the Gengar photo. Not on this channel, no. Politics and religion are too polarizing, and they separate people. They don't bring anyone together, and that's not what I'm trying to do. Your car warranty is about to expire, right? You and Bex aren't going to go. Oh, yeah, you guys are going to dinner. I'm sorry. I did see that earlier. I read it in my brain, and that was as far as that went. Where are you going to dinner? Also, you should have stopped for dinner, like, in Ohio somewhere. Ohio, if you just get off the highway and just, like, pick a random exit and go to a small town, there is a little diner in, like, every town in Ohio. Like a little mom and pop restaurant that has amazing food. Like, that's what I like to do when I decide to go for a drive. I like to just stop at a random little town and find a restaurant. That's not a chain. But Ohio has some of the best ones I've come across. Well, on the east side of Ohio. But we've been live for 2 hours. Actually, 2 hours and a minute. So, I'm going to went to the Columbus College of Art and Design, 89 and 90. Nice, Vineyard. Nice. Skyline chili isn't good. Okay. I'll remember that. But I'm going to go and make some food, drink some proper drinks, and hang out with my dog for a little bit. And yeah, that's right, Matthew. You are in Ohio. You're what? You're Western Ohio, I think. Set the spaghetti and chili. Cinnamon flavor. Oh. I'm not a cinnamon fan. Like, people around here, they go heavy on the cinnamon. I can't do it. That's overpowering. Does he know about the Bar Run Forge gathering? Oh, I don't know. Hey, guys, here's the thing. Bar Run Forge, before we get off, Bar Run Forge is a channel on YouTube and they are doing a gathering. It's like a craft event, and I can't remember the details. So Vineyard, you should probably type the details. Um, but I think it's later this month for anybody who's close by. Um, I'm gonna have to write that stuff down so that I can kind of plug it on the live streams and see. But if everyone hangs out for a few minutes for Vineyard here, if he'll type in the details for it. But Bar Run Forge is a channel on YouTube, and he's super chill. Um, I've only talked to him a few or interacted with him a few times, but he seems super chill, and he's got an interesting channel. Um, or it might be they. Hey, Cleveland, there he is. I knew he was still here. There's his channel if you guys want to go check it out. And I'm pretty sure there we go. Full blown wood shop, metal shop. All are welcome. There we go. And that's what town is that in? I can't remember. I can't remember the town. It's in Ohio, I know that. It's not far away from me. I think it's like 2 hours away from me. I think. But I'm in northwest PA. So Ohio is like 10 minutes away. Lynchburg. There we go. Lynchburg. Thank you, Vineyard. If anybody's local or looking to hang out in April, want to go check out some other makers and maybe play around a bit, that could be a really cool place. I'm actually planning on making it out there, probably just for a day trip, but I'm actually going to try to make it out there and hang out with some people, meet some people. Yeah, Vineyard's from New York. So, well, if it's 5.5 hours for you, it's probably more like 3.5 to 4 hours for me. That's not a bad drive. Grab a hotel, call it a night. But thank you all for coming and hanging out with me tonight. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning, and we're going to stream for quite a while tomorrow. If Vineyard pops in, he can plug that a few more times tomorrow. And actually, Vineyard, if you wouldn't mind, you could post. If you have a post on that, I'll check and I'll share it. And I'll go to Bar Run and share his. But all right, guys, we'll talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great night, and don't do anything I wouldn't do on a Friday night. See you guys.